When the only being in the universe divided itself into duality, the feminine and masculine aspects were born. In the material realm, this duality is often symbolized by the mother and father, or by the moon and sun. Astronomically, this split is reflected in the separation of the Milky Way from the Andromeda Galaxy, where Andromeda is seen as the mother galaxy and the Milky Way as the father. During this period, the first stargate in the Milky Way, the Antares Stargate, was created within the Scorpio constellation. This stargate served as a portal connecting the Andromeda and Milky Way galaxies. Through this portal, many etheric, non-physical beings from Andromeda entered the newly formed Milky Way to begin a cosmic experiment, transitioning into a more physical existence. The galactic center, also known as the Grand Central Sun, or Hunab-Ku, was first established near the Antares system, between the constellations of Scorpio and Sagittarius. This location became home to the initial star councils, composed of oversoul groups. Among them, a notable group came to be known as the co-creators, founders, or Elohim, as referenced in both Earth's religious texts and throughout the galaxy. The Elohim Founder Co-Creator Collective decided to create life as a means of advancing divine consciousness. They chose the small constellation of Lyra for their experiment due to its proximity to the galactic center and its favorable conditions for physical life. Drawing on the forms of highly evolved beings from higher realms and universes, Lyra was chosen as an ideal place to create many life forms, given its stable suns, planets, and environmental conditions. Avian, one of its planets, was a paradise with oceans, lakes, mountains, and lush life, much like Earth today. The first beings to arrive were etheric felines, who later evolved physical bodies to inhabit the planet. Over millions of years, they evolved into lions and other felines, eventually incarnating into these forms. By crossing their DNA with an ape-like mammal they created on Avian, the felines developed more human-like bodies, though they retained feline features. This crossing led to the creation of the royal line of Avian, or House of Avian. The etheric felines continued to incarnate to guide and train their physical kin in higher dimensional principles, ensuring they didn't become trapped in the cycle of animal reincarnation. The felines of Avian evolved in a manner similar to humans on Earth, and in time, their population grew large enough to assume the role of planetary guardians. They continued to advance, developing space travel and eventually warp technology, all while being guided by their etheric counterparts. Some felines became geneticists, a specialty of their species, helping develop life forms across planets and stars in the universe. Others became renowned explorers and scientists. At this stage, they turned their attention to the bipedal mammal they had crossed with earlier, initiating a genetic program that granted this species a soul and created a new race known as humans. Through many crossings and genetic upgrades, the first humans were formed. Among the subgroups in Lyra were red-headed and platinum blonde strains, but the primary human races were the white Nordic Lyrans and the blue-skinned vegans. All Lyrans were humanoid and became the root race for all humanoid species in the galaxy. While some Lyrans had feline or bird-like features, others closely resembled humans. Their skin, hair, and eye colors varied depending on their home planet's distance from its star and the type of star. Many Lyrans lived agriculturally on planets like Avian, Avalon, Apex, Bila, Teka, and Meroc. Over 40 million years, these Lyran human races flourished in harmony on their beautiful, peaceful planets. The Vegans, a darker-skinned or blue-skinned human group, had a more feminine and introspective culture compared to the physically oriented Lyrans. They were spiritually focused and served others through healing, although they were also technologically advanced. Vega was the first human-populated star system in Lyra, and some vegan people later came to Earth to establish the Mu civilization. These vegans were not blue-skinned, but rather white Nordic Lyrans, as both races coexisted in the Vega star system at the time. However, they were still referred to as vegans due to their origin from Vega. Overall, the Lyran and vegan humanoid people were a peaceful race. Although disagreements and conflicts occasionally arose, they were typically resolved harmoniously. Both Lyran and vegan people adapted to the environments of the planets they settled, living in harmony with their surroundings. Their agricultural communities were incredibly efficient, capable of feeding billions, and they enhanced their planetary ecosystems, fostering even more abundant life. The Lyrans' commitment to living in unity with their home planets positively impacted all aspects of life. Their average lifespan ranged from 300 to 425 years, and this would later triple. They were a community-oriented people, working together and ensuring no one was left behind. Their society became a model of unity and cooperation for all humanity to follow. The second founder race in Lyra, the Avian people, are believed to have come from another universe, much like the felines. Their expanded consciousness arose from their ability to see the broader perspective of their world. Through this visionary ability and their talent for moving via thought, they developed sentience. Some even learned to teleport and mentally explore other lands and planets, leading them to settle in new worlds.